Welcome, sweet friends. It's Ashley Clarke with Earthkeeper Yoga, and I am here once again in my home studio here in Birmingham, Alabama. And I am so excited because probably sometime next week I'll be able to make a really big announcement, and I'll be sure to share it with you here. So if you are not subscribed, I invite you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get that news next week. It's going to be great. For today's class, I'm going to invite you to have a couple of blocks as well as your trusty blanket. So grab those things and I'll meet you right here on the mat. All right, as you and I get started today, we're going to go ahead and start in a standing posture. We're going to go ahead and feel a connection with the feet to the floor. And give yourself just a moment really to connect both feet, fronts of the feet, back of the feet, sides. Think about your feet as boxes almost. So you've got two top points, both points at the back of the ankle. Just let everything, or the heel rather, let everything sink into the mat. And you can go ahead and bring your hands to prayer. Close those eyes or have that soft gaze, whatever is better and feels right for you today. And once you feel like your feet are completely connected to the floor, I invite you just to tuck your tailbone in just a bit. Ripple through the length of your spine. Find the chin parallel with the shoulders. And give yourself that cleansing breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. And keeping those eyes closed or that soft gaze, I invite you just to bring some awareness to your physical body. So one of the greatest acts of love that we can show ourselves is attention. And so our call for today is to show attention, show love to our physical bodies. They do so much for us. So just ripple some awareness up from the crown of your head, through the brow, at the jaw. Notice the shoulders relaxed. Feel the little bit of engagement right there at the core since the tailbone is tucked in. Notice if you can soften through the hips, through the thighs, through the kneecaps, all the way down to the soles of your feet. And then as you feel soft, but yet aware of your physical body, notice if you feel like you're swaying at all. Moving weight from one side to the other, from front to back. There is no wrong answer. Just be aware of yourself here in this moment, in this space, and in this time. And let your awareness come to your breath coming in and out through the nose. Taking up more space on the inhale. Softening the physical body on the exhale. And give yourself 3 more breaths, just like that. Beautiful. At the end of your third exhale, we're going to take an inhale and reach the arms and the gaze up. And then exhale, take some space, really send those arms wide and let the chin come down towards the chest. Soft movement, inhale, arms and gaze rise. And exhale, chin to chest, palms down next to the hips. Move just like that. And really let those arms reach up. And let that container that is you fill up with fresh breath on the inhale. Let everything go on the exhale. And give it 2 more, just like that. And last one. And beautiful. Inhale, arms and gaze rise up. Palms come together. Exhale, chin down towards chest, palms down in front of the heart in prayer. Cleansing breath here. Inhale deep. Exhale, let it go. Beautiful. Open your eyes. And then we're going to take an inhale and slowly step this right foot back just a little bit. Just ever so slightly. So maybe like a ruler, so maybe 12 inches in between the top of the right foot and the heel of the left foot. And then with those hands at the heart, we're going to send some awareness to the hips. So we're going to send that left hip back just a little bit. Now, if that's tweaking that right knee at all, give yourself some more space. Send that right leg out just a little bit. We're really trying to pay attention to keeping those hips square towards the top of your mat. Now, inhale and tuck the tailbone in. And then exhale, release it. Inhale, tuck it in. And exhale to release. Soften those kneecaps. Inhale, tuck it in. Feel that stretch through the right front of your leg. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, there's a stretch through the back here, an engagement through that right glute. Exhale, let it go. One more. Beautiful. Slowly start to peel that right foot off the floor onto the ball of the right foot and bring yourself back up to the top of the mat. Settle the feet into the floor. Make connection with both feet completely to the floor. And then inhale, arms and gaze rise. Exhale, palms down either side of the hips. Chin comes down towards the chest. Breathe. Inhale, arms and gaze rise. And exhale, hands come down in front of the heart. Find something just to gaze at ever so slightly in front of you. And then step that left foot back. Same thing this side. So we're going to go ahead and tuck the tailbone in on an inhale. And then exhale to release. Release the kneecaps. So use this time of inhaling and clinging and clenching. And then the exhale to soften. To see how your physical body feels. Give a little attention to the hips. To that left glute. To the low back. To the breath moving in and out of your body. And give it one more. Beautiful. Peel off that left heel onto the left ball of the foot and bring yourself back up, top of the mat. Bow chin to chest. Give yourself a cleansing breath. Beautiful. Shimmy those feet so that the outside edges of your feet come to the outside edges of your mat. We're going to take an inhale, reach the arms and the gaze up, shoot the belly forward, little bend in the back here. And then exhale, hands come through heart, big bend in the knees, coming into a forward fold. Now, if those fingers and hands don't make their way all the way to the floor, just let the elbows clasp one another and give yourself a little side to side sway. And that bend in the knees is to protect the low back. So you should feel this in the hips and the hamstrings. Let the head hang heavy. Keep moving through. Give yourself 3 more breaths.
And then slowly make your way back into stillness. From here, let those feet feel completely connected once again. Fronts of the feet, backs of the feet. And if your hands don't make it all the way to the floor, I invite you to find some blocks on whatever setting works for you. It could be tall, could be medium, could be small. And let your palms really spread out. If you have to use the tallest setting, you want most on the blocks. That'll give you support. And begin to wiggle the fingers. If the toes wiggle too, that's okay. I just caught myself doing that. Which means I'm holding all the weight in the balls of my feet, so I'm going to even out where that weight is showing up. Wiggle those fingers, and then lift the palms, or excuse me, not the palms. Lift the fingers up. There's a stretch through the palm. Lower the fingers down. Do it one more time. Lift the fingers up, and then lower them back down. Beautiful. All right, so now I think we can put a little weight on our hands. We're going to step back into a down dog from that wide leg forward fold. And I want you to think about keeping the feet in line with the hands. You don't want the feet touching. You don't want them closer together than your arms. And then just begin to walk your dog. So pedaling one foot and then the other. And feeling into those calf muscles, getting a little stretch here. If it is too much for you to be in a down dog today, you're welcome to come down to hands and knees. You could do this class with a chair. If you need some help with that, there's a couple of videos back from last week where I show you how to make yoga accessible with a chair in a regular yoga class. So feel free to pause, go back and look at how you could use a chair here for this down dog or for your table. And give it one more breath. And beautiful. We're going to start to warm up just a little bit more. So if you're in this down dog with me, I want you to send your heels over to the left just a little bit. Bend the knees. Inhale deep. Exhale through center. Send heels over to the right. Inhale deep, bending the knees. And then exhale back through center. Continue to move just like that. Inhale deep. Just feeling into the low back body here. Getting a little heat going in the oven that is you. And do this right side. Come into your down dog. Reset if you need to. And then slowly let yourself come into a plank or a kneeling plank. Lower all the way down. Tops of the feet come to the mat. Keep those palms right where they are. Reach the crown of the head away. Find some space in the back of the neck. And then inhale to lift the crown of the head up towards the sky. Stretch and strengthen that low back. Release the booty, feel the breath coming into the belly. Squeeze those elbows in towards your ribs. Beautiful. Lowering down, you're going to press your palms into the floor. Press yourself all the way back into a child's pose or a wide leg child's pose. You can even bend those elbows, let the palm come, or the brow come to the back of the palms. And give it one more breath. How are you feeling in your physical body? Notice that breath moving in and out. And press into your palms to lift yourself up. You're going to walk yourself all the way back down to the floor. So lowering with control. And then once you get there, I invite you to send those arms out long in front of you. Pull those elbows in under the shoulders. You're going to lift this right knee out to the right. And you're going to keep the knee in line with the hip. So you don't want it further up. And if you need to have it further down, that's fine. Not everybody is open through the hips. So you have to do what serves you. And then I invite you to press your elbows into the floor, ripple up through the spine, and release that left glute that's just become engaged. Stretch through the belly and breathe. Beautiful. Curl left toes. You're going to press into your elbows and into those left toes to bring that right knee under the right hip. Bring hands right under shoulders. And here we are in a tabletop with one leg extended behind. Go ahead and take an inhale. Lift the left leg behind you and step it through. We're in this kneeling crescent. And then curl right toes to lift hips. Here we are in a low lunge. Take an inhale, rise up. Here we are in crescent. You're on the ball of that right foot. Start to press that right foot into the floor, bringing weight onto the left foot, top of the mat. Bring the hands down in front of the heart. Bow chin to chest. Breathe. Check in with your physical body. We did that really quickly. I didn't give you time to tell yourself you couldn't do it. Beautiful. Inhale, open the eyes, start to send body weight over to that left side. Step the right foot back, crescent legs. Lift the arms up, full crescent, and then lower the hands. Lower the right knee down to the floor. Send this left hip back, send the left leg long behind you, and then lower the left knee all the way down. Beautiful. Give yourself a child's pose. Inhale, moving through table, lowering through your kneeling plank all the way down. Send those arms out over your head and then pull elbows under shoulders. This time it's the left leg's turn. So you're going to bring that left knee up, even with that left hip if you can, and then press into the elbows to really lift up. Feel that right side of your tummy getting a little stretch. Release through that right glute, through that right kneecap. Curl right toes, press into elbows, into the inside of the left knee, right toes. Come to hands under shoulders. Inhale, lift the right leg, step it through. Kneeling crescent, inhale, rise up. Curl left toes, crescent. Push into the ball of the left foot to bring weight to the right foot. Bring yourself to the top of the mat. Bring the hands down in front of the heart. Give yourself a cleansing breath. One more. Beautiful. Shimmy those feet a little bit wider than hip width distance. So outside edges of the feet are not to the outside edge of the mat, but they're wider than you would normally do in a standing posture. Okay? So maybe the outside edges of the feet are even with the widest part of your hips. All right, so here we go. We're going to ripple through the spine, find that length, and then tuck the tailbone in. Take an inhale, and then exhale, slowly start to fold forward. Give yourself another breath. Another. Until you come into a halfway forward fold. And you can bring the hands apart and reach for your blocks if you have them. You're in this forward fold. You've got a bend in the knees, flat back, spine reaching long. Let your hands come to the blocks and bring the blocks even with the shoulders. So you want to be in a tabletop position, but from standing instead of hands and knees. You're going to bring body weight over to that left foot. So move the block a little bit if you need to. And then you're going to bend this right knee and let it tap behind the left knee. So tap, inhale, exhale, extend. Tap, inhale, exhale, extend. Tap, inhale, exhale, extend. Tap, inhale, exhale, extend. Hold it here. Keep the hips square so you're not trying to lift into a standing split. So you're just holding that leg behind you. It's almost a modified warrior 3. Beautiful. Slowly let that right leg come back down, and it's going to land behind that left heel. Now send weight to both feet, and then use your hands on the blocks to set yourself up. Reach through the spine, stretch through the back of the legs. And try not to lock the knees if you can help it. Bring body weight back to the left foot. Bring the right foot next to the left. You're in that standing version of a of a table. Bend the knees a lot. Take an inhale. And then exhale, come all the way back up to stand. Palms shoot forward, ripple through the spine. Mountain. Deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Beautiful. Inhale, arms rise up. And then exhale to come back in front of the heart. Reset those feet so they're a little bit wider. Outside edges of the feet, even with the outside widest part of the hips. A little softness through the knees, and then we'll ripple up through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, leaning forward, knees bend, protecting the low back. Inhale again. And again. Give yourself 2 more to get into that halfway lift. And again. Settle in. Let your hands come to the blocks. Find that tabletop back. Breathe. And play around with what we did when we were still standing. Rock the pelvis forward, deepening the stretch. Exhale, rounding it in. So a little modified cat-cow version there. Just feeling in a little bit deeper to the body. And giving our physical bodies our attention. And give it one more. All right. Bring body weight over to the right foot. Modify the blocks as needed. And then with a little softness in that right leg, you're going to send this left knee. There's your inhale. Exhale to extend behind. Inhale, knee taps right knee. Exhale to extend. Continue in this way. Last one, inhale. Exhale, hold it back. Hips are square, link through the spine, breathe. And let that left leg lower with control behind the right foot. Find equal weight on both feet. Move the blocks in whatever way that you need to. And reach through the crown of the head. Find that stretch. If the upper body feels like it wants to lower just a little bit, let it. If it's like, oh, no, then don't. Listen to your body. Love what it's telling you. All right. Peeling weight off that left foot. Let it come back to this right, next to the right foot. You can move the blocks out of the way and sink forward deeper into a forward fold. Head hangs heavy here. Beautiful. Walk those feet back, find a down dog. See how you feel here. How are the calves? How are the heels? If they don't make contact with your mat, that's okay. The heels, that is. The calves shouldn't. And what would happen if you rocked your pelvis in that same way that we did a couple of different times? Rocking the pelvis back and then in. And deepening that stretch through the hamstrings and the glutes. Beautiful. Slowly make your way into a plank or a kneeling plank. Hold it here. Lower the knees to the floor. And then keep the hands right where they are. See if you can lower the chest. Really round through the pelvis. Keep the belly off the mat. Crown up towards the sky. Squeeze the elbows in. We've been here before in a different way. Start to let the belly drop. Legs extend long. Reach up into your cobra. So you're lifting from the low back here. Hands could be wherever. Lower the head. Press into the hands. Bring yourself back. Brief child's pose. And let this one be a wide leg child's pose. We're going to get a little bit deeper into the hips now. So give yourself a little softness as you sway side to side in this wide leg child's pose. Beautiful. Slowly start to bring yourself into a table. Make sure those knees are under the hips. You're going to extend, let's do the right leg first so you can see it. Extend the right leg long. Bring the knee up towards the right wrist, and then let the left ankle come towards, or the right ankle come towards the left wrist. Send that left leg long down your mat. So we're moving into pigeon legs. If you can't make it where your right hip comes to the floor, bring a block under it. Give yourself the space that you need here. You could even roll up your blanket. So I'll even do the posture with the block under my hip, just so you can see how it works. So with that ankle up towards the left wrist, I want you just to breathe. Gentle opening through that right hip. Point those toes towards the back of the mat. One more breath. Beautiful. All right. Start to curl toes on the left foot, press into the hands, and bring yourself back to your table. Move that block to the other side if you think you're going to use it, and then we'll send that left leg back. Bring the knee up towards the left wrist, ankle towards the right wrist, send the right leg long. Find the block under that left little tailbone part right out the outside of the hip, and work that ankle up just a little bit until you find your spot. Breathing in and out. Give it one more breath. Beautiful. This time, see if you can bend this right leg a lot and bring it around. And you can move yourself off your block. And go ahead and bend the knees. You're going to come down to elbows. So really keep those elbows squeezed in where they're in line with your shoulders. And then let the palms come to the floor.
I'll move the block so you can see. I've got thumbs pointing towards the inside of my spine and fingertips on the outside of my hips. Ankles are under knees. Take an inhale, press up. Hold it. Breath in the belly, 2 more. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, lower with control. Send the legs out long. Keep those hands right where they are. And then ripple through the spine. Let that back really round, and maybe the throat opens. And you really want to keep those elbows in under the shoulders. And 1 more. Beautiful. Bring the palms back to the floor. Press into the palms. Use your core strength and bring yourself up to seated. Once you get there, we'll bring the soles of the feet to touch. Give yourself as much space as you need in this diamond shape. So you don't want it too close. Give yourself space here. Listen to your physical body. If you're starting to feel a pull through the outside of the legs on either side, you could sit up on a block to make more space. Hands come to either ankles or shins. And then I'm going to invite you to press your tailbone into the floor, ripple through the spine. You're going to feel a great stretch through the back of the neck. Press those knees down towards the mat. Engage and breathe. Give yourself 1 more. Let the breath come through the mouth on the exhale. Just like I've been doing the whole time. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Beautiful. Slowly release the hands. Release and soften through the body. Let the knees come together and then fall over to the left. Left hand comes to the floor or to a block if you need more space. It's right outside the right hip. Let the knees stay stacked. Bring this right arm across the chest. Take an inhale and open it behind you. Inhale, bring it in. And exhale, open up. So all we're doing right now is really stretching through the outside of that left hip. Inhale. Exhale, bring it in. 2 more. Beautiful. Bring that hand down. Let the knees fall all the way to the other side. Try to keep them stacked if you can. And then I am using a block because I need more space with that right hand on the block. Let the left arm cross over the chest. Inhale. And then exhale, open it up. Feel what feels twisting and opening and releasing in that low spine. Give it 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Move the blocks out of the way. You're going to come where you can come down onto your back. I've got my mic pack right at my shoulder blade, so I'm going to put my head on a block. That's just so I don't press the mic pack. And then you're going to extend the left leg long. Bring that right knee up. Let the right hand come outside of the right knee. Let the left hand come down to the ankle. And then you're just going to rock the baby. So send the knee out to the right and then bring the leg in towards center. Notice the position of the chin here. Try not to have it tilted up if you can help it. Notice the softness in the jaw. You're just rocking this baby. And give it 1 more breath.
Beautiful. Extend that right leg long. We'll do the same thing on the opposite side. So left hand outside of left knee, right hand at the right ankle. Inhales coming in this time and exhales to open. And send that breath out through the mouth if that would feel good. You're just releasing anything that's stored up in the body here. So it makes sense to have that really deep cleansing breath. Let everything go on the exhale. Beautiful. Last one. And release the legs. Release the hands down by the side. Give yourself an inhale. And as you exhale, let the eyes close. Let the body rest. Take a Shavasana. As you're ready, we're going to begin to bring some awareness back into this space. Begin by just letting the nose turn towards each shoulder, keeping the back of the head connected to your mat. And begin to bring some awareness into the fingers and the toes. The head can come back to stillness in the center. Circle wrists and ankles. Make any other movements that may feel good there. And reach the arms up over the head. Give yourself a full body stretch. Really reach, reach, reach. And then allow yourself to roll on to one side or the other. Bringing the knees up near the belly. Completely supported by your mat right here. And when you feel ready, I invite you to make your way back up into a comfortable seat. We'll meet there together with hands at the heart. So they were both so good, I couldn't choose just one. I kind of referenced the first one at the beginning of class by J.D. McClatchy. Love is the quality of attention we pay to things, including ourselves and our physical bodies. And Simone Weil wrote, attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity. May you know love and generosity towards yourself, and may that love and generosity spread out to those around you. Gratitude for practicing with me today. Namaste.